everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast. And in the early going of a season, Steve, is team chemistry usually any different from later on?
Sometimes you've been together, it's kind of easy. But then when you have different guys coming in, coaching movement, chemistry sometimes takes a while to get going. But you want to hit it right when you're going into the playoffs.
Great way to put it. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Payton and Hazonia, their backcourt. Fournier and Ibaka are in the forward slots. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier, offensive rebound. And it's Vucevic missing. Orlando on D. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all terrific. And I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And stolen by James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
And it's Orlando's ball. 4-point game. And Fournier kicks to Payton. Ibaka outside. It's Fournier on the wing, trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they weren't anywhere near as sharp as they would like to be. But at the end of the day, a win's a win. And they've got to feel good about that.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. 1:32 left to play in the first. Hazonia kicks to Payton. Vucevic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Vucevic, a skilled 7-footer who just attacked the glass. A nightly double-double machine, but still figuring out how to really become a dominant force on the inside.
And now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Frank Vogel. David.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. Let's see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
He doesn't need much room. With a hand in his face, JR still drills it.
Here's Hazonia. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. Here's the dish to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key, he buries it. 44 seconds left in the first. And here's James outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 7 points for LeBron.
What you put out is what you get back. LeBron sets up so many teammates on the catch and shoot. That time, the favor is returned.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Pass to Smith from outside the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Payton against Irving. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pull up Jay. Ball's knocked loose. Payton with the ball from deep 3-point range.
Tristan Thompson, his wingspan bothering that shot.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the epic.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
That quarter was all about ball movement and shooting. Lights out opening act from them.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Aaron Gordon out there with Green. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Meeks in at the 2-guard.
The Cavaliers really wanted Channing Frye. Made the deal at the trade deadline. They took a huge luxury tax hit to add him to the team.
Cleveland leading by 9. Here's LeBron.
And once LeBron gets the ball in the painted area, the force he plays with, it's hard not to foul him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Gordon kicks to Biyombo. Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Green. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And let's look now at the assistant turnover numbers. The last 5 games versus the season as a whole for James. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Frye at the elbow. Back to LeBron. On the wing, Shumpert. Outside, Irving. Poked loose. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin Love had a tough first year in Cleveland, and some thought to maximize his impact.
Now that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
Situation. He said it's a great opportunity, going for a championship every year. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And the Cavs have worked to feature him more offensively. Gordon a screen. And Green now, top of the key for 3. Another miss by Orlando.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And nowadays, we see a lot less players who stay on one team for their entire career. Smitty, you played for 6 different teams in your career. Would you have rather stayed in just one spot?
No, I think when I look at it, when I look back at my career, at first at the time, Kevin, a little upset moving around, but the experience I got and to win a championship, I got a chance to move from organization to organization, meet so many different people. I like the change. My wife didn't like it.
I was just going to say, how'd your family react to all that?
Well, the one thing about it is my kids weren't old enough to change. They weren't in school yet, so that helped.
Huge.
My wife, I got to give her a lot of credit. She did a good job of being the champion at home while I was gone.
Do you know what they say? Behind every successful man is a surprised wife. You and I are lucky in that regard, aren't we?
Yes, indeed.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Frye. Love comes in for James. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Richard Jefferson. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Baca comes in for Aaron Gordon. Evan Fournier's checked in for Meeks. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Augustine. Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
2 shots. And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Hezonja, he's checked in for Green. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's LeBron from 13 feet. It goes down. James has got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Payton against Shumpert. Now here's Payton. Feeds to Vucevic. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And so that brings
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Then in quarter number 2, and that'll do it as
glad to have you back with us in Cleveland as we take a look down at the outside portion of Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Just fundamentally sound basketball. That's what you want out of your offense of each and every game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. He dishes it to Smith. Outside Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper. You talk about off-season dedication. Kevin Love has been able to transform his body since he came into the NBA, going from around 265 pounds at UCLA to where he is now.
Clock at 4. No good from Payton. The Cavaliers leading by 16. LeBron dishes to Smith. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. James, the pass to Smith. Fires the 3. Ball's knocked loose. They're running up the floor. And Azania gets it to go.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And Kevin Love always working over the summer, doing yoga and all kinds of training.
Well, I think yoga is a little bit more safer. You remember he broke his hand lifting weights back in Minnesota, but give him a lot of credit. He does a lot of cross-training, and it's showing up. He has transformed his body, and that'll give him some more longevity.
Now a timeout.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk.
The reason they're frustrated, maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, he has to get his offense moving again. It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. Dunleavy comes in for LeBron. And Jefferson subbed in for Smith. Jefferson with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Green. To the paint. Trying to find Augustine. Gets it to him. The pass to Biyombo. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
When you get close to the basket like that, good things usually happen.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Irving. And again, it's Cleveland.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
They shot the lights out in the second half, knocking down open shots and contested shots.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. .12 seconds left to play in the third. Now Augustine passes it to Green. Fade away. That one drops for him.
You can tell they want to work the ball inside as much as possible. Seems like a great strategy given the weapons they have.
And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his...
Shrink the floor when you're on the ball or close.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Also many great defenders in the NBA right now, Steve. And if you were in the league today, who would you least want to see as the player assigned to defend you?
A lot of these guys. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard would be, I think, a nightmare.
Green.
Yeah.
I think Tony Allen would be one of those guys that I just said, well, please stop.
He's everything. He's tough. He's defensive-minded. He can score when he needs to. You know, he's a guy that will pick up some stuff here and there. Boy, his calling card is defense and toughness.
It is. It is.
He would be tough, wouldn't he?
It would.
He'd make you better if he was in practice against you every day, wouldn't he? Huh?
You like those type of guys if they're on your team.
Yes. So on the floor for Orlando, Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. The guard tandem is Payton and Fournier, and it's Green in at the small forward. Payton kicks to Fournier. Well, Steve, we've heard about the idea of locker room presence and guys that have had a good impact on the morale of a team. Just how valuable do you think that is for a team over the course of a season?
I think it's great. You hear the coaching staff talking over and over their voice, but just to have that veteran to say it in a different way. And he's on the bus with you. He's in the locker room. And it's kind of the same message, but it's from a guy who's played it, who's been around, and a lot of guys you respect, so you listen.
Did you like the role? Because I know you were respected at the various stages of your career by younger players you played with.
Yeah, I think it's your duty. Right. As a guy that's been around, coming to the end of your career, you got to pass on that knowledge to the younger generation.
And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
And that one drops.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
Payton kicks to Ibaka. Back to Payton, to the inside. It's stolen by Dunleavy.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James.
Well, they called on him to handle the bulk of the scoring, and he was more than up for it. There were some incredible spurts that he went through when there was nothing they could do to slow him down.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And LeBron said when he made his return to the Cavaliers that bringing an NBA title to the city of Cleveland would be the greatest achievement of his life on the court. Interesting, isn't it, Steve? Last season, he got it done.
His 3rd NBA championship, but without a doubt, in my opinion, the most meaningful one of his career, because he got a chance to come back to Cleveland and deliver a championship. The Cavs reloaded, he's learned how to win, and it all came to fruition.
Gordon kicks to Augustine. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Pass to Zimmerman. Shoots from 12. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
They just waited too long. If they could have just made this run a little bit earlier, they could have been in the game. But now this game is out of reach.
Free throw, good from Fry.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Fry could get there more often.
And here's Augustine.
Cleveland foul call. Felder. That's his first personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
DJ Augustine.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So we see the Cavaliers taking the...